Let's just listen to this and see how this video has been presented. So
Before Messi and Ronaldo, there was a superstar so special that people called him phenomenal. He was like nothing anyone had
phenomenal.
seen before, and his name was Ronaldo Nazario. Skillful,
Nazario.
effortlessly elegant, he is your favorite player's favorite player.
Who's the one player that
Sure.
you idolized watching growing up?
Where I came from, we were watching a lot Ronaldo the Phenomenal.
Who is the best player you have played with or against in your career?
Sans hésitation, Ronaldo.
Without hesitation, Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
I mean, Ronaldo will always be for me on top there because
Even Jose Mourinho, who is Portuguese and has coached Cristiano Ronaldo, says he would pick the Brazilian Ronaldo.
Ronaldo Nazario, the best Ronaldo ever.
Yeah.
So in this video,
Yeah.
we'll talk about
But with Jose, you know, like when Ronaldo was at Brazil, when he was at Barcelona, R9 was there. So he was like an assistant coach, I think, to Sir Bobby Robson, something like that. So the rest is history.
Ronaldo's
So.
prime years and how he achieved football immortality at such a young age.
Insane. Let's go.
Ronaldo burst onto the football scene at Cruzeiro, making his professional debut at just 16. In just 2 seasons at Cruzeiro, Ronaldo scored an outstanding 44 goals in 47 games, an
That's
incredible
crazy.
output that earned him a spot in Brazil's 1994 World Cup squad at just 17 years old. Despite not playing a single minute in the tournament, he returned from the USA as a world champion. While Ronaldo had already made a name for himself in Brazil, he also had his fair share of admirers from overseas. And following
sure.
the advice of his Brazilian teammate and Seleção legend Romário, Ronaldo moved to PSV. A move Romário himself had made when he first ventured into Europe. And you'd think
Like literally, like sorry to pause so early into the video, but to say with R9, you know, they always mention Inter, Barcelona, Real Madrid, and even AC Milan to some point. They never mention PSV. No one ever mentions PSV. Why is that? You know what I mean? Like he was something else there. So yeah.
that moving to a completely new league at just 17, Ronaldo would struggle, or at least need some time to adapt. But that wasn't the case at all. In fact, this is what sets Ronaldo apart from many modern legends of the game. His prime years began when he was just a teenager. He scored a goal on his debut, a brace in his second game, and a hat-trick in his third. Leverkusen's Rudi Feller, taken aback by Ronaldo's hat-trick, said after the game, "Never in my life have I seen an 18-year-old play in this way." And for those
That's
who suspected
insane.
his early
So to score a goal and then a brace and then a hat trick, that's insane, man. Literally.
game output was a fluke, Ronaldo silenced the doubters by scoring a whopping 35 goals in 36 appearances for PSV that season. Mind you, he was just a teenager in his first season in Europe. These are the kinds of numbers you expect from a seasoned veteran. And the greatness of Ronaldo extended beyond his goals. He was a complete footballer. He possessed qualities rarely seen in a single player. Blazing speed, physical strength, incredible agility, insane dribbling skills that terrorized defenders, and a deadly strike that left goalkeepers with little to no chance. The whole world was in awe of the teenage sensation, and some of the biggest clubs around Europe were already plotting to snatch him away from PSV.
And to say he did all of this as a teenager, I think players, the way he played, even during the 90s, was it really ever like a thing before him? I don't think so, you know. Like we had George Weah, who actually won the Ballon d'Or in 95, I believe. But before then, I think those kind of strikers were starting to become a thing in the 90s. I don't think it was a thing before then, I don't think so. I think that was a different style that was starting to emerge as you know, as the years gone on, and you know, thanks to him and George Weah and other likes like Roberto Baggio, but then he's not centre forward, so I don't know if that counts. But you get what I'm saying, right? They just had their own unique styles, and that started to emerge more. So respect to these guys, man, literally.
However, Ronaldo ended up staying for another season. This was also the first time Ronaldo's struggle with injuries began, which sidelined him for more than half of the season. Despite the setback, he managed to score 19 goals in the 21 games he was fit for.
Oh my
The silver
God.
lining was that he won his first trophy in Europe, lifting the Dutch Cup with PSV. After that season, PSV couldn't hold on to him for much longer, as Barca and Inter battled it out for his signature. Eventually, Barca succeeded in acquiring.
I didn't realize that Inter were even fighting for him back then. Like that, I didn't realize literally like that season they would fight for him, but he ended up going to Barca. I didn't realize that actually.
The Brazilian sensation, splashing out a world record fee for him at the time. And just like at PSV, Ronaldo started his chapter at Barcelona with a bang, scoring 2 goals on his debut. He continued to dazzle with the Blaugrana, putting on a show week in and week out. His playing style was so flamboyant that the whole of Spain fell in love with him. And no goal encapsulated Ronaldo's utter brilliance more than his solo effort at Compostela, where he dribbled past 5 players to slot the ball into the back of the net.
This guy's
In everyone's
insane.
eyes, there was no question who the best player in the world was. It was the dazzling 20-year-old Brazilian. His 1997 FIFA Player of the Year award further reinforced this notion, making him the youngest winner of the award. It was
20.
a consolation for missing out on the 1996.
Like that is insane for him to even do all of that at the age of 20. That's insane. As I see here, you can see the 96 Ballon d'Or, he didn't even win it. He missed out by 1 point. Oof, that's insane. I think that was probably because Germany won the Euros in '96 as well. So yeah, probably that's why. But otherwise, if they didn't win, R9 would have 100% won it. It's insane. But yeah, you didn't have the technology as you have right now, you know. So not everybody was aware of this, but you saw it. It's like, what am I seeing? You already have a superstar at the age of 20. Like, what is going on, you know? So
Ballon d'Or by just a single point a month earlier. Ronaldo finished his debut season at Barcelona with a staggering 47 goals in 49 games, 34 of which came in the La Liga alone. For comparison, Messi achieved his first 30-plus goal season in the league aged 22, and Cristiano did so at 23, while R9 accomplished this feat at just 20 years old. Most would argue that Ronaldo's debut season at Barcelona was him at the peak of his powers, before any of the injuries that would later change the course of his career. After his incredible debut season where he also won 3 trophies, Barca moved swiftly to offer him a new and an improved contract to secure his future at the club and fend off interest.
like, do you guys agree that you think that his season at Barca was his best? I think Inter was his best, but Barca was just, I get that it was a bit leaner now, but I think Inter, you know what I mean? Like,
from other clubs. However, talks broke down, and Ronaldo controversially made the switch to Internazionale. Inter under Moratti activated his release clause, making him the world's most expensive player for the second time, a feat previously achieved only by Maradona. While he didn't score on his debut like he did at Barcelona and PSV, Ronaldo's prolific form continued in the Serie A. He scored 34 goals for Inter that season, including a magnificent goal in a 3-0 victory over Lazio in the UEFA Cup final.
Crazy.
Ronaldo was awarded the Ballon d'Or midway through the season, becoming the youngest winner in history. After securing a major trophy with Inter that season, Ronaldo flew to France with the hopes of securing another, this time the World Cup with the Seleção.
that's crazy. Like, even his first season, you think a lot of players, they go to, and Serie A was in its prime during this time. Don't forget, like in the 90s, like it was literally in its prime. So, you know what I mean? It was like the best league in the whole world. And for R9 to do that in his first season, okay, he didn't score on his debut, but overall the season he had, that is insane. 34 goals, he said. What else do you want? You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, crazy, crazy.
Brazilian looked to him to carry the team to the final, and that was exactly what he did. Ronaldo scored 4 goals en route to the 1998 World Cup final, where the host nation France, spearheaded by Zinedine Zidane, awaited. The The French team trained specifically on how to stop Ronaldo, though many of them knew it was almost impossible to contain him once he unleashes those dazzling step-overs. But behind the scenes there was a lot going on regarding Ronaldo's availability for that final, which I won't cover in this video. If you're interested, I have made a separate video on that and I'll link it in the description. After much discussion, Ronaldo was...
Yeah, I already know about it. And I'm pretty sure you guys would have known as well. You know, I don't know exactly the details of it, but it must be something to do with nerves or something. I don't know if he had something during that day or he had like a epilepsy or something. I don't know. I can't really say, so I'm not gonna say as a fact, but he had something, and it's like, you know, it's unfortunate, man. But I mean, he redeemed himself, didn't he, in 2002?
able to play in that final, but it was France who claimed the victory with a brace from Zidane and a goal from Petit. Despite this, Ronaldo was awarded the tournament's Golden Ball for his fine display at the World Cup. By the following season, Ronaldo faced some issues with his knee, but still managed to make 19 appearances in the Serie A, scoring 14 goals. In the summer of 1999, Inter signed Christian Vieri from Lazio for a then world record fee, and the prospect of him and Ronaldo forming a deadly duo sparked hopes among Inter fans. However, those hopes were quickly crushed when Ronaldo ruptured a tendon in his knee during a game against Lecce. It was a very serious injury that led him to miss almost 6 months. In April of 2000, Ronaldo returned to the squad that faced Lazio in the Coppa Italia final. He was subbed in during the second half to a warm applause from the whole stadium. Just 6 minutes into the game, Ronaldo attempted his famous step over, but without any contact, he fell onto the grass and cried out in agony. If the injury 6 months ago was scary, this one was horrific. His physio needs...
And that's really considered the injury where that literally ended his career. Like, in terms of the peak Ronaldo, like, you know, the injury was so horrific. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anyone like do what they do on a pitch and then they suffer that amount of injuries before the big one comes, and then he comes back the way he did. But honestly, like, yeah, I mean, I've had knee injuries myself as well. So, you know, listening to this, it's like, you know, listening to this, it's like, it's a little bit triggering, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not as deep, but it's like, I've had issues. Yes, it is what it is. You guys don't care, but I can see, you know, it changes people, man. It's like, it's career wasted, isn't it? For most.
Petroni stated his kneecap actually exploded. It's the worst football injury I have ever seen. It was later determined that the injury was far worse than initially assumed, and there were even doubts if he could ever play football again. Nilto Petroni later reflected on Ronaldo's rehabilitation, saying, "One day in the middle of the night he called me and asked, 'Tell me I'm going to be able to play football again. Please don't lie to me.' I was there at the beginning of his rehab when the whole world was saying that he wouldn't be able to. The science said it was unlikely, and the doctors had doubts." Ronaldo was sidelined for 523 days, but somehow he made his return in the 2001-2002 season. The injury had cost him the explosiveness that made him a terrifying force on top of his other skill sets. Even after his return, he suffered another setback, this time with a hamstring injury that sidelined him for 3 months. The guy just couldn't catch a break. He only managed 10 Serie A appearances that season, yet he scored a remarkable 7 goals. Then came the 2002 World.
Even with the injuries as well, like, his goal to appearances ratio is actually pretty insane. Even from a young age, it's like, whoa, like, you see the appearances, you have something like 43 appearances and he has like 39 goals of 40. Like, what the F, bro? Like, are you serious? What the F? Like, wow.
World Cup, where Ronaldo proved he was a once-in-a-generation talent. Despite his horrific injury and doubts about whether he would ever play football again, Ronaldo showcased a prolific form rarely seen at a World Cup, scoring 8 goals in the tournament. 2 of those goals came in the final against Germany, securing a 2-0 victory in Brazil's 5th World Cup title. He was on top
Crazy.
of his game again, delivering what can be considered one of the greatest injury comebacks in football history. And his Ballon d'Or win that same year further cemented his status as football's pinnacle.
Great.
But Ronaldo
Yes,
before
sure.
and after the injury were two different players. Before his
Yeah.
injury, many would place him on the Mount Rushmore of football alongside Pele and Maradona. He was truly a phenomenon. That injury remains one of the biggest what-ifs for many football fans.
The best.
And it's like the injury afterward is like how he played. It's like obviously as years went past, he was getting bigger. He could still go past people, but it wasn't the same way as it was before the injury when he was young. You know what I mean? So I think even his first season in Madrid, it wasn't even that bad, to be honest. He was actually pretty good, but he got injured, I think, and then obviously got knocked out. So I don't think he even played. I think, was it against Juventus? I think he played against Juventus. Maybe second leg. I don't even know if he was playing both legs, but I know they got knocked out. And he never got the opportunity to win the Champions League. But
Football player I have ever seen on a pitch. I think injuries killed a career that could be even more incredible. But the talent this guy had with 19 years old here, Ronaldo Nazario, something incredible.
But even after losing his explosiveness, the post-injury version of Ronaldo was still one of the greatest footballers. You don't have to take my word for it. Just listen to how his ex-Real Madrid teammates talk about him.
For me, Ronaldo, Brazilian Ronaldo, has been from a different species.
I was especially impressed with him during training. He had such an ease with the ball. It was quite disconcerting and sometimes even irritated people.
It's Ronaldo from Brazil, Brazilian Ronaldo. He's the best player I've played with. The goal I scored against Fulham was for me an exceptional goal.
yeah.
For him it was more of his standard, you know. It's crazy.
It's true. It's like, you know, guys like Van Nistelrooy, other guys, they score. There's always going to be players that will score that kind of goal once or twice in their career. As for R9, I mean, is it really anything crazy? It's his standards. That's what he's supposed to do. Him going past the goalkeeper, he's probably the best player to ever go past the goalkeeper on a consistent basis and score. Literally, I think he's scored like at least 90 times or 88 times past the goalkeeper. It's insane. Literally insane. Body feints was so
His
good.
natural ability was far beyond anything I've played with.
This is why many of the great players looked up to him, and he would always have a special place in the hearts of those who watched him dazzle on the football field. Ronaldo's legacy transcends his injuries, cementing his place as an icon in the world of football.
I mean, that was a well put video. You know, very good. I like the video. Do you guys think I talked a bit too much? I don't know, but you know, I like the video. It's good to look back on history and just be like, okay, you know, certain moments and certain things in the moment when they're listening to, you know, the video or stuff like that. But yeah, it's a shame, man, with R9, man, because some people I've seen even in the comments or anything, it's like, you know, they say his prime was so good and they say all these kind of things, but they always have to say certain things to be, you know, to be very dismissive of R9. They have to be very dismissive of him sometimes. I don't understand why, because you watch with your eyes. Tell me anyone that comes close to him in terms of, you know, okay, he's gone and who else can do the same thing? No one. There's not a single individual. The way he played, I'm talking about. You cannot replicate his play style. It's insane. You know, he has some things where it's like, yeah, you've seen a lot of players do stepovers, but I'm talking about the way he played. No one. It's literally no one. So I'm glad that he got his Ballon d'Or. And then he won another one after the comeback, and especially winning the World Cup with Brazil, which is the last World Cup. Fortunately, my Nene couldn't win the World Cup, but you know, 2026 could happen. I don't know, but we'll see. But guys, thank you so much for tuning into my video. If you did enjoy it, then drop a like, comment down below your thoughts and opinion. Did you like the video overall? And subscribe if you're new, as I will be doing this more on a consistent basis. And check out my shorts as well, as I do blind ranking videos and stuff like that. So until then, I'll see you in the next video. It's been your boy Mr. 619. Peace out.
Why you wanna act like this when I was there for you every single day? I gave my heart, everything to you, but you decided to break it and run away. Just like everybody else, I don't understand. Just like everybody I know in my life. Life's too short to go and cry, but I don't understand this mindset, man. I just